Alright, so I have a 2015 Jeep Compass. Now the issue with this one, so now all we need is the configuration data. So what we're gonna do here is show you how to remove the dash. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're gonna remove the dash because of this fuel gauge not reading issue. Jeeps are very infamous about this issue, and I've read forums and I've seen other videos where they were telling you to clean the circuit board due to corrosion, or the terminals, clean them out, make sure nothing's loose back there. And to get to that, obviously you have to remove the cluster. So this is how you will do it. So tools you'll be needing is a small Phillips, another drill with the Phillips, and some pry tools. And it's mostly just screws. Okay, so you want to start with this. There's going to be two screws that go down here. There's one there, and then the other one on the opposite side, and that's just holding that. And then this comes off, right? And then you want to grab your little trim tool to get to the sides, the edges, to be able to pull this off. And then with your hand you just pull it off, and then it's going to be 4 screws back here. One here, another one there, there, and there. So there's going to be 4 screws. Actually, I don't even think you have to take this one off because I didn't even move this. Okay, so just take these 2 off. And then you're going to come over here and we're going to remove these pillars right here. These right here. So there's this cover that goes here, and under this cover there's another Phillips, and this is the cover. So just grab like a small flathead to pull the cover off, and then you're gonna be left with that screw. And then you want to do, actually, I don't even think you have to do that side because I didn't even move this side. I pretty much just tilted this side. But if you have to, let's go ahead and remove that too. This was my first one, so I was also looking online how to remove to get access to the cluster. Couldn't find one, so hopefully this will help you guys out. Now we're gonna have to grab some pry tools. Grab 3, or grab some, maybe like 3 or 4 to be able to, because this one was a little bit stubborn. So you just want to sneak around the edges, put one, and then you go to the other side, put another, and then with that other one just work around it, work it around the whole edge. And see, this is pretty much just a cover. There's nothing that bolts it down or anything like that. And then just put this to the side, just like that. And there's only one connector. You don't even have to take it off. And then there's gonna be 4 screws holding the radio. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all screws, man. And then this should just pull off like so. And warning, don't unplug this or disconnect your battery, because if you disconnect your battery or if you unplug this, you will lose the data in this. And not data, but it will basically lock itself. It's a security issue, and if it does, you're gonna have to send them the serial number that pops up right here, because once it's in security mode, it's gonna tell you to put a 4-digit pin, and then down here it's gonna give you the serial number, and they won't give you the pin number through the dealership by phone. You're gonna have to go over there, show you're the owner of the car with proof of the title and it's under your name and all that nonsense. So don't unplug this and don't disconnect the battery, because you will lose and the data, and it will get locked. It will be in security mode. And now, once you've gotten that off, there's gonna be more screws all the way around. One here, another one there, I believe another one here, and then one there inside. And it's gonna be the same for the opposite sides. Okay, there, and then on the inside right there. Right, and now we're also gonna be removing this top piece that goes all the way around. If I could find it, I don't know where I put it at. Let me see. That way you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so it's this. You see? So this is another piece that you're gonna have to pry off with your pry tools, your trim tools. These. So basically, this is gonna sit. Oh my God! Hold on. Bear with me. I know this video sucks, but there is no other video that shows you or gives you an idea. So you see this? This is pretty much over there, and you're just gonna grab your pry tools and then start prying off, and that's all it is right here. It's tabs after tab after tab, and then this should just pop off like so. You remove that, and then there's gonna be screws all the way around. Screw there, screw there. That one, I forgot to take that one off. Okay, now there's that one, and all the way around you'll see screws that's holding this whole entire dash. And now, once you have all that off, then you're able to lift this side up. And we're just gonna be lifting this side up. We're not gonna be lifting or removing the entire dash. We just want to be able to get access to the cluster, and I found it easier to do it this way. Now under here there's another piece that's kind of holding this down. Oh man, it's pretty hard to show you with one hand, but basically what you want to do is pull this up and then grab this piece and try to move it around it. Oh man, I wish I had a... Might have to put you down for a bit, fortunately. Well, maybe I can put you right here. Somewhere. Oh, that kind of works. Alright, so, okay, you see that? Okay, now that's the piece that I'm talking about. See? That's right here. So this goes over it. So this is basically under it and holds it. And just like that. Let me show you. See? That's the piece that I was talking about. So whenever you put it in the back, you're gonna have to put this under it. That way it sits flush. So, you see how much room we got now? This is basically tilting it, and that's pretty much all you need. And then after that, you're gonna have 4 screws that's holding the actual cluster. That's one there, another one on the bottom right there, you can see it, and then 2 on the exact same opposite sides. Okay, so there's gonna be 4 total screws holding the cluster. And now with your right hand, what you want to do is pull back on this. You see that? This is rubber, you'll be fine. So pull back on this and then tilt the cluster over. Let me see if I can show you. I'm gonna tilt the cluster over. Like so. And then you get access to the connectors. And the connectors are just pushed in. You see those tabs right there? You just push in and then you just pull out. You see? Push in and then you just pull out. And there's 4 connectors. Once you disconnect those connectors, then you can remove the cluster. And to remove the to get access to the cluster, actually, you know what? Let's take it even further. Let's remove the cluster. We'll put you here for a bit. Bear with me. Right now, pushing the clip, pull in, pushing the clip in, pull in. I got 2 connectors out so far. Pushing in. Oh, this one's tough. Pull in, pulled out, push in. Last connector, pushing in, pulling, got it out. So now, with my right hand, I'm gonna pull back on this, and then with my left hand, I'm gonna sneak the cluster from underneath here. You see that? Okay? So I'm gonna need my 2 hands, because I'm a bitch and I can't do it with one hand. And then you're gonna sneak it out. See? Just like that. That's where I sneaked it out. And then when you're putting it back in, you're gonna do the exact same thing. Pull with your right and then sneak it in with your left. Just like that. And now, to get access to the circuit board, you're gonna have tabs all the way around. You see this tab in, you just push it in. This tab, and then you pull back on this tab. This one kind of broke on me. You see that? Because you're basically gonna push this tab up, and then it's slowly gonna lift up. So there's gonna be tabs all the way around, as you can see there as I'm pointing. And don't forget these 2 middle ones. And then after that, this whole cover comes right off. And that's how you get access to the circuit board and to remove the cluster. And that's all. Now to remove this front one, it's basically more tabs as well, but you don't need to remove this top front one. Okay, I wasn't planning on going further with this, but for the video's sake, let's go ahead and do it. So right now I'm pushing in the tabs, or not pushing, but pulling up. See, it's a bit tricky because they get popped back in. And as I got this one side, I'm holding it, because if I don't, as I'm pulling up on the other ones, it pops right back in, man. So it's a bit annoying. Push these ones in the middle. Okay, now I got it. I feel it, baby. Pull up on the tab, and over. Last tab. Bam. See? Just like that. And now you got access to the circuit board. Now this is where the fuel gauge goes to. Now, there's an actual video that shows you how to remove these little things. You just basically push it all the way. Make sure it's at the lowest point and all the way to the low. And then you just push it in, and then you should be able to twist it counterclockwise, and then it should just come right off. And it's the same for these. I wasn't able to do it on these, but I was able to do it on this, and I'm scared to break them, so it's on your hands if you damage it, not mine. I have a professional look at it or something. Okay, and then how do I take this off? Okay, so these are more tabs. I'm trying to separate it right now. Separate it! Let me show you guys what I'm doing. So I'm basically pushing in these tabs in, and at the same time using my finger right here and then this other finger to pull on the same time as with my right hand. I am pushing down on the tabs because it's kind of hard. You can see it's separating already. It's got that gap right here. Hard to tell, but see, okay, there you go. See this? That's flush, but we're separating it, so there's that gap. So that's what I'm doing right now. I wasn't gonna take it this further, but hopefully you guys are still here. See, I'm just pushing in the tabs, pushing in and separating it, pushing in, separating. Just like that. There you go. Now that top is off, and now you got this. Okay, so the video tells you to clean something because you will have corrosion. So what you're gonna do is, you see, push this all the way down. Make sure it's all the way to the bottom, all the way. Okay, you don't want to do it here. Make sure it's all the way, and as you're pulling it towards it, you don't want to do too much because you could snap it. Push it down at the same time, and then you're able to turn it counterclockwise. Whenever you're doing this, be careful, and really careful because you don't want to break it. But basically, I guess what they're telling you is to clean the circuit board from under, because you will see corrosion or something like that. Mine's there wasn't any, but you can pull back on this. Once you have this off, you can slightly pull back up on this. If you grab it from right here, see it? Right now I won't pull all the way because this is in the way. So right under it, it's pretty much with this circuit board. It's pretty much what's under here. So make sure you got no corrosion. And the same thing for here, make sure there's no corrosion or something. And if there is, clean it. Sandpaper, some electrical cleaner. And that's how you separate the cluster. Oh my god, I didn't know it was a 20-minute video. But yeah, that's how you separate the cluster, and this is how you remove the dash to get access to the cluster. Able to remove it, and it's just 4 connectors. Remember, don't disconnect it because you don't want to lose, you don't want to lock your radio and then have to call to get the pin. Let's see what else. Oh, whenever you are replacing if you do end up replacing the tip-em, these have to get configured. Otherwise, the fuel gauge will not read. And this is a new one. So once you replace this, configure it, and if you don't, it won't work, and you will have the B222C DTC for the central gateway, not configured. Yeah, good luck, guys.